Remember the feeling of chasing your first victory royale or logging on early to grind some games? It felt special, but have you ever wondered why? Why did Fortnite hook millions seemingly overnight and become the biggest game in the world? Well, today we're breaking down the genius behind Fortnite's explosive success and why it was never just about luck. Firstly, it was the simplicity that set it apart. Fortnite entered the market when Battle Royale games were gaining traction, but it did something unique. Games like PUBG had steep learning curves and complex systems, while Fortnite kept it simple: drop in, loot, survive. And another aspect is the bright and vibrant world. Most Battle Royale games had gritty, realistic aesthetics. Fortnite's colourful, cartoonish visuals made it accessible to everyone. There was also no overwhelming choices. A straightforward loot pool meant you weren't bogged down by unnecessary complexity. Other BR games, although good, can be complicated when starting off with all the different customizations, camos, weapon mods, and all that stuff. The simplicity of Fortnite is what made it so appealing to a large audience. But what made Fortnite truly stand out was the building mechanic. This redefined strategy in Battle Royale games. You could build a tower for defense or get into a crazy build fight, along with the editing system, which is such a cool mechanic. The way that building has evolved over the years, with all these different techniques such as tunneling and tarping, is proof that the building aspect is what truly set it apart. Players could also express their skill not just with aim, but with construction, learning to build and improving their skills in a unique way, instead of it just being like most other BR games. It also added a layer of unpredictability. Every match felt unique because no two fights played out the same way. And this is really what set it apart. One game you could snipe somebody 200 meters away, another game you could get into an intense build fight, and the other you could randomly get an elimination from a trap that you placed 10 minutes ago. We have to talk about the addictive feeling of progression. Players were motivated by the simple goal of getting their first win. The Victory Royale screen was a powerful dopamine hit, and I can relate to this. The feeling of logging on every day to try and get your first win after having so many top 5 finishes and second place losses. It was an addictive feeling that really did boost that dopamine. But what is dopamine? This is the feeling you get through the brain's reward system, and it makes you want to come back and chase that feeling again. It's the aspect that made Fortnite so addictive at the beginning. Being able to learn building, exploring the map, buying new skins, unlocking the battle pass, and achieving that victory royale is what released those feel-good chemicals in the brain, making us keep coming back. Logging in every day felt rewarding, even when you didn't win, because you were learning and improving. And we have to mention the social aspect. Fortnite wasn't just a game, it was a social hub. Squads and duos brought people together in a way that other games didn't, and I can definitely relate to this a lot, as I'm sure millions of other people can too. Being in high school during 2018, everyone was talking about and playing the game, and it was a great way to play squads with all these guys, coming home from school and grinding those wins. But we have to talk about the timing and accessibility of the game. Fortnite launched as a free-to-play game at the perfect time. PUBG was still paid, and free alternatives were clunky or unpolished. Fortnite lowered the barrier to entry, making it accessible to everyone. Cross-platform compatibility let players squad up with friends, regardless of what device they had, and this was unheard of at the time. Although this wasn't a feature until Season 4, you could play with somebody on different consoles, which was very convenient. And the timing was everything. In 2017, Battle Royale was becoming a big thing, but there was no king of this actual type of game. Fortnite capitalized on this window, and once it got going, there was no stopping it. More and more people just flooded towards it, and it even appeared on the news. There have been plenty of big video games over the years, but Fortnite just took it to another level. Epic Games didn't just stop with a good product, they constantly added new things and innovated. Weekly updates were huge, receiving so much fresh content consistently, and the feeling of looking through the patch notes after an update to see what's new was a great feeling. Whether it was the guided missile launcher, or the new grappler, or the minigun in Season 3, there were so many things to keep it fresh and exciting, and limited time events kept the game feeling fresh as well. LTMs such as the Infinity Gauntlet was one of the best additions. New mechanics such as Builder Pro for controller players made it something new to learn and added a foundation to improve and get more advanced in building. Iconic live events such as the rocket launch in Season 3 turned the game into a shared cultural experience. This is another thing that we had never seen before in any game. A live event that all players could experience at the same time, with meaning behind it as well. All of it leading and adding to the storyline made it super engaging. Epic listened to its community, tweaking mechanics and adding features based on player feedback. But lastly, the nostalgia and magic of Chapter 1. For so many of us, the first era of Fortnite holds a kind of magic that's hard to replicate today. It's probably just a strong feeling of nostalgia, but we all probably associate it with a time period of our lives. For me, it was being in high school at the time, and I remember it vividly. The day a new season launched, everyone talking about the new battle pass and everything new, then coming home from school and just playing all night. One memory in particular, finding out school was cancelled the following day, and then just playing with a duo partner for hours the next day, dropping at Lucky Landing every single game and chasing that win. It was the unknown, discovering hidden spots, learning the game's mechanics, and improving over time. All of these aspects combined together for a perfect recipe, from tilted towers to double pump and the OG soundtrack. Everything felt new and exciting. The simplicity of Chapter 1 made it approachable, while still offering depth for those who wanted to master it. There were LTMs such as 50v50, where the less skilled players could have more fun, whereas the better players perhaps played more solos and stacked up wins over time. Looking back, it is clear that Fortnite's success wasn't an accident. It was a perfect storm of simplicity, innovation, and timing, all backed by the genius of Epic Games. Whether you were chasing that first win, or building insane structures in the heat of battle, OG Fortnite had something that kept us all coming back. And while the game has changed, the memories of that first chapter will always remind us why Fortnite was so much more than just a game. It was an era. I remember when I first started playing, I downloaded the game in November 2017, but didn't start playing until the day that Season 2 launched, when I heard there was a brand new huge update. And this is what got me hooked. Started playing Season 2, ended up buying the Battle Pass and trying to unlock all these new rewards, checking out the new weapons, and it was kind of like a new experience for me at the time. With my first ever Battle Royale experience, it was something special. Specifically from winter 2017 to summer 2018, it was definitely one of the best peaks in gaming history, and although it still remains a huge game today, it's something about the OG experience that makes it truly special. And for now, there's a load more videos on screen here. Make sure to click another one to keep on watching, and I'll see you over there.